is going on, everybody? Welcome to this video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Yusuf Hashim, and today I have our 2014 Range Rover Sport behind me, and today I'm going to tell you how reliable is this car, what are some features, and just in general how we've loved this car for over 4.5 years. Before we get started with this video, I want to ask you guys to give this video a like, comment down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we are pushing for 600 subscribers, and that would be a great milestone for this channel. Here is the window sticker of this car. As you can see, it's a 2014. It honestly gives us about 19 miles per gallon as stated over here, and you can pause this video if you want to see what options this car has and how much it costs, coming down to a total of $65,875, and this does not include the markup. Right off the bat, you're probably looking at these rims right over here. These are actually the stock Pearlite rims, and to replace each one of them, they cost about $250 each, and so far we have not done that, as well as the powder coated rims that we have right over here. The brakes on this car have about 50% wear. If you choose to replace the brakes, they cost about $800 per axle. When we purchased this car in 2014, this was actually the first year when the car was redesigned from its previous generation. And when this car was redesigned, man, it was something totally different. And as a Range Rover fan, you really had to get used to this design of the car where it became more modern. Since this was the first year it got designed, this car was being sold. Every single car in the dealership was going like this. So they were actually offering a $15,000 markup on this car, and that was when the first time I heard, dang, dealerships actually put markups on a car. But obviously that markup was negotiable, and we brought that down to MSRP. When purchasing your Range Rover Sport or a Range Rover in general, or even thinking about owning a Range Rover, in the back of your mind you're probably thinking, is this car reliable? Is my transmission gonna go out the next week I buy it? Am I gonna have my check engine light every month? But after driving this car for 4.5 years and 30,000 miles later, so far nothing has gone wrong. So far all we've done so far is the routinely oil changes that we've got done at the dealer. They cost about $450, and obviously you can get a coupon because where the dealer you buy it from, they will always send you coupons for your oil change or such that, and you can get a nice deal off of that. On top of that, we also purchased the extended warranty, and as I was saying, since nothing has happened to the car so far, knock on wood obviously, I don't think that was a thing we maybe should not have purchased because we don't drive as many miles. But if you do drive a lot of miles, that costs about $4,500, which is negotiable, and that is when you drive the car 100,000 miles or 7 years. This car is equipped with a V6 supercharged engine that puts out about 340 horsepower, and when you start the car, man, it is actually really loud. Take a listen. On top of the incredible driving experience, when you look at the design of the car, there's just little small details that Range Rover took into account, like this beautifully designed grille. Also, on top of the grille, there's also these vents at the bottom of the car. But the vents don't stop over here. There's also vents on top of the hood, right here, nicely labeled Range Rover, as well on the side of the car, on the side right there. Right over here, I have the key fob for the Range Rover. I believe Range Rover and Jaguar, since they're parent companies, they have the same key fobs, and it's pretty nicely designed, I must say. So moving on to the trunk of the car right over here. This is where you might see a little bit of problems. Obviously, yes, it is automatic, but when you get it in the trunk, I'd say for how big this car is, the trunk space is pretty minimal, because when you do get stuff inside of the car, because it's not so long over here, and really wide, it's really difficult to put stuff in unless you're carrying groceries, obviously. So for that, it's perfect in that sense. Now let's move into the interior of the car, where you'll probably start seeing some wear and tear. As you can see from the seat right over here, you can start to see some creases from sitting down and driving the car. This is more evident in the driver's seat because obviously the person driving the car is going to be here at all times. Now that we made it into the interior of the car, I'm in the driver's seat. Let's give this car a little start. I'm actually going to turn off the car because the car is just so loud, so you guys won't be able to hear what I'm saying. One big issue that Range Rover has, and I'm not sure if they've actually fixed this problem or not, but it is their infotainment system. You pay so much for this car, but when you click on the infotainment system right over here, sometimes it lags, or sometimes it doesn't even work, especially when you press the rear view camera. It's still really finicky, and it's really hard to use. It's really nice when you get inside of the car and you look up and you're really up high on the road. But as you can see, this is how it looks when you're inside the interior of the car. You have your different functions you can put in the car, and yes, we have taken this in the snow. This has the usual auto on and auto start and off feature, which I do not like. You can always click right over here and turn that off, as well as this beautiful panoramic moonroof that's over here, which I think if you purchase this car, this is a necessary to have as a option. Lastly, now moving into the rear seat of the car. So I right now have the seat set to how I would sit in the car, and I'm about 5'10", 5'11". So when I sit here, this is the amount of leg space I have. And honestly, if you sit 5 people in the whole car, 3 people in the back, my sister always complains that there's not enough space for her. And since now we have the Cadillac Escalade, this car has not been driven enough. And this is how sleek the car looks when you sit in the back seat right over here. How about we get inside the car right now? Let's see how the car does on the road. Now getting behind the vehicle of the Range Rover Sport. As I have this main road right here, it's very enjoyable to drive. As I press the gas, you can just hear the engine so loud in the background. And that's what makes this car fun to drive. You hear the engine sound, the car is fast and everything. It's just fun. And as we make this turn right over here, this is the one problem that I might have of this car. When you make turns, the car, it's tight when you make the U-turn, but it kind of sways just a little bit. But honestly, you forget all about that when you get that straight road. Open roads, this is perfect for this car. And for being such a heavy car, it feels really light. So the V6 supercharged engine with 340 horsepower is actually really nice. And this is honestly one of the main reasons why I would purchase this car. I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching this video. I just want to let you guys know how this car has been reliable for us. If you choose to purchase a Range Rover in the future, how 4.5 years and 30,000 miles later has been on the car. Thank you all for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get that 600 subscribers. Give a like and comment down below what you thought of this video. I'll see you in the next Yusuf Hashim video.